Hi, I'm Brittnee Bond, and this is the Remote Collective. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to convince your boss to work remotely. So many people are asking me this question that I thought I would make a quick video about it. And in this episode, you're going to get practical tips on how to create a proposal that you can send to your boss or present to your boss. And I've had this work successfully for myself and for other people. So let's jump right in. A lot of people come to me and they say, working remotely is getting popular in my industry, or, I really want to do this and I don't know if I need to create a whole new career, learn some tech skills, or is there a way that I can transfer what I'm currently doing and doing it remote? So this is what I'm going to tell you first to do. I need you to write down everything that you do at work. This is for yourself. Write down what you do, and then next to it say what are these things that are able to do remotely right now. So for instance, when I first petitioned to work remotely, I worked in intellectual property law. I was a paralegal in the United States. So basically everything I did was preparing documents to send to the court, or preparing different briefs or contracts and everything. All of it was done completely on the computer. And a lot of our communication in the office, even if we went and spoke to someone, we had to go back and write an email because we needed something to be on record legally. So I wrote down everything like I was doing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I would say 95% of this I can do remotely. And at the time I didn't realize it because I was so used to going to work every day. So then write down everything you're doing, and then the ones that are in person, like say there's meetings that you have in person, or you go and meet clients and everything, write down how would it be possible to transfer that remote. So is it possible right now for you to do that remotely if you just change maybe a client meeting to a video call? Or if your company really wants that in-person meeting, is there something where you can transfer some of your workload to someone in the office, another employee, and then you take on some of their workload? So try and just write down for yourself what exactly is the game plan for, can you actually right now work remotely? And then a lot of people ask me hey, I want to go talk to my boss and I want to tell them, let me work remotely. And what you have to understand is your employer and the business owner there, they have so many things going on that they don't want you going to them and telling them that you want to work remotely. Great. To them, it's going to come as another problem that they have to solve. And so what they're probably going to do to you is say, let's talk about it next quarter. Let's talk about when you hit this KPI, or, that's nice. Maybe we can do it in the future. Or they might just tell you no. The reason behind a lot of this is because you're actually adding more work on their plate right now as it is. If you just go to them and ask for permission, you're actually asking for them to set up the program for you to make it possible for you to work remotely, which is a lot of times not what they want to do. They don't have time for that, or it's not in their best interest. So what you need to do is you need to create what I would call almost like a business proposal for you working remotely. And if you've ever done any standard business proposal, like say you're doing a pitch deck, right? So you want to create your own version of a pitch deck. And it doesn't have to be as formal as a pitch deck, but I'm saying you need to be thinking about that. So when you go and create a pitch deck for a sales proposal, you go and you ask yourself, how is this going to benefit the client? So for you in the situation, how can I phrase this or pitch this in a way where my employer gets all the benefits out of me working remotely? And I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but we'll work through it, okay? So there's tons of research online about the benefits for an employer to work remotely. So it saves them overhead in the office, higher retention of employees. All of that is, I think you should look that information up, and I think you should include it in there, but a lot of it is generic. But specifically how you can work with your employer. So I was on the phone with someone yesterday, and I'll give them as an example. So they are in a sales position. They have a sales job. And all their stuff they can do remotely except for going and meeting some of the clients. And so what I said to him was, I said, you need to pitch this like, I can get more work done, I can be more productive. This is the plan for me to work remotely, and this is kind of what I've done for your company already so far. So these are the KPIs I've met, these are the sales goals I've met, and I want to keep doing that, but I need to do it in a way that, that can help me be more beneficial for you. So I pitch that I can actually meet higher KPIs when I work remotely, or, maybe I can transition to a commission model, all of this stuff. So when you're doing a pitch deck, usually what you do is this is what we currently are doing, and this is where we want to go. So for you, you need to gather anything you've ever done for the company, anything that's ever been nice that you've done for the company, any KPIs or sales goals that you've met, and put that in the beginning. So you're kind of pitching yourself and your value to the company, and this is super important. And then the next thing is like, this is where I want to go. So when you say working remotely, they might think that you want to like move to Egypt and they'll never see you again. Like I swear, when I talk to employers, they think like they're never going to talk to they're never going to see their employee again if they let them work remotely. They feel like really stressed out about that. So for where you want to go, you can say like, I want to work in the same time zone for a while in another area or from home. And if that works out, then I want to, live in another country. Or, these, you can come up with a plan that is phases, and it helps them to mentally prepare for it. And then when you have an implementation of it, you can say, with me working remotely, these are the benefits I think I can bring to the company. So whether that's, if there are direct costs of them not having you in the office, I would name those. But then also more costs of like, what sales goals can you bring in? What added benefit can you bring to the company? And these are all things that I think would be really good for that. And then take it upon yourself, say like, I will make sure that I can implement this. And it's not going to be any extra work on you or the company. If anything, it's going to save you guys money. And just keep pitching that and then be really confident about that. So if you're in a position where you are pitching to work remotely, I always say you need to make yourself indispensable at your company first, and then you pitch this. Because if you're someone, and if you don't think that you are, then you need to start working harder. You need to start pitching like to do more things at work. And it's working remotely right now is still a privilege. So I want it to become a human right that everyone can work remotely. But right now, as the industry is still changing, you need to be like some of the top talent that they are worried about losing in order for them to even consider for you to work remotely. So I hope that these help. So I think I'll just recap by saying, take it upon yourself, create in your mind all of the business benefits of the company. So you want to pitch it like, this is good for the company to let me work remotely. You want to have an implementation plan of what you think could happen. So if they're nervous about you working remotely, you say like, I can work from home X amount of days a week and then that's phase 1. And if that goes well and everyone's happy, then phase 2 is I work somewhere else but in the same time zone. And if everyone's happy, then phase 3 is I can work from anywhere I want to in the world, and it doesn't really matter because I've proven that I'm getting my work done. So I hope that this helps. This has worked for me, and this has worked for a lot of my clients who are trying to get remote work jobs. If you guys have any questions or if there are things I haven't gone over, please hit me up. I am working remotely in South Africa right now. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope that you guys have an amazing day. If you really liked the video, please hit like, subscribe, and support, share it all, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Bye guys, this is Brittnee Bond from the Remote Collective. See you later. Bye.